Good day to you, my fellow dreamer and marketer. Today I want to talk to you about the topic, are you an optimist or a pessimist, or optimist versus pessimist? Optimists and pessimists, they see the world completely different, through a different filter, through a different light from one another. So we're going to talk a little bit about this, and they say that the optimist is the kind of person who sees the glass half full. They choose to see it in a positive light. Whereas a pessimist is someone who sees that the glass is half empty. It's on the way down. So I got a little funny story that I just want to tell you about this little, I thought this was kind of cute. It's a story about a guy, he's an avid duck hunter, and he was looking to find a new bird dog. So his search ended when he found this dog was extraordinary and had an extraordinary talent and ability. So he was so shocked by this dog's ability that he was sure that his friends would never believe him. So he decided to try out this dog on a friend of his who was a pessimist by nature. So he invited this friend of his who was a pessimist to a duck hunt and to check out his new dog. He wanted to see what he thought of his new dog. So they waited there by the shore, and along comes a flock of ducks, and they flew by, and they fired and got the ducks, and the duck fell. And the dog jumped into the water, and the dog, however, did not sink, and it did not swim, but instead it walked across the water to retrieve the bird, never even getting but its paws wet. So this continued all day long, and each time a duck fell, the dog walked across the surface of the water to retrieve it. The pessimist watched carefully, saw everything, but didn't say a word. At the end of the day, the optimist, the duck hunter, asked his friend, well, what do you think about my dog now? He said, well, that dog's so stupid. That dog doesn't even know how to swim. So that is the difference between an optimist and a pessimist. A pessimist, there's another story of two kids and a father, and he wanted to see how his kids would react. So he put the pessimist son in a room that was full of toys. I mean, he just jam-packed this room full of toys. Any toy and every toy you could think imaginable. It sounds pretty sweet, huh? But the pessimist son looked at it, and he started breaking down and crying. And the dad was like, what on earth is going on? And the boy said, all my friends are going to be jealous. All my friends, they're going to want to borrow my toys. My toys are going to break. I'm going to have all these batteries for these toys. And he chose to saw it in the worst possible light. And he had filled up his other son's room with horse manure, and this son was just dancing and playing and shouting and excited, and he says, what on earth are you so excited about? And the kid said, with all of this horse manure, there has to be a pony in here somewhere. So again, it's how he chose to look at it. So I've been thinking a little bit about this and about mindset lately, and here we are in the mindset of optimist versus pessimist. You cannot go any higher than your mindset, because you filter every bit of information, everything you see, everything you hear, every opportunity presented to you, filter it through your mindset. So instead of just finding a problem in every situation, a pessimist is finding a problem in every situation, but an optimist is finding a solution and finding an opportunity within that very same situation. So people who are optimists, there have been studies that have been done that these people can beat cancer. In a study of 101 French cancer patients, they found that those people who are optimistic were less likely to die. You have better overall health. You enjoy more love, more relationships. You have better career success. You have less stress. So the question for you and I today is, if you're not an optimist, if you don't feel like you're an optimist, pessimism is easy. Pessimism comes very natural because there's a lot of bad things. There's a lot of negative things out there. So pessimism, I think, personally comes more naturally to us. But they say on studies that 25% of us are hereditary, determined on the optimist side, and 25% on the pessimist side. And the rest is learned through behavior, and the rest is learned through environment, and it's determined by learned behaviors. So this is something that you can change. It is something that you can choose to get out of if you're a pessimist. You don't have to live that way. there is a better way to live for you and I, and that's to be optimistic. And so, let's look at changing our mindset. Let's look at looking at things in a light to where instead of seeing the problem, anyone can see a problem, but rather choose to see the solution and to see the best in it in people. You're going to enjoy your life so much more. So I want you to comment in the comment section below this video. Comment about this. Share your thoughts with me on this topic. I think it's real important to you and I today and how we deal with everyday life situations. Share your thoughts with me. And also you can click on the link below and watch the video to see what I'm doing that's making me so optimistic about my future. I've always wanted to work for myself. I've always wanted to have a better life for me and my family. And there's things on the horizon that are just getting ready to change everything, an incredible opportunity, and that I'm excited about and I'd like to share with you. So click the link, share your comments. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.